Mooncast. Here to pleasure your holes with our mouths, your ear holes. Yeah, so this is Mooncast. It's Riley Mooneyham's podcast, and her hair fell off. But anyways, if you're new to Mooncast, basically this podcast has no direction, no narrative, and no place to go whatsoever. It's very freeform and basically just whatever comes to mind. So it could be comedy, or it could be like anecdotes, story time, or like just nothing, like, like 30 seconds of dead air.
Yeah.
Let's
let's
have a moment of silence.
Right? No. Right before we started, Riley's like, okay, I wrote some stuff down, right? Like an outline. I'm like, oh, let me see it. And it's this.
So
I can't see it.
So yeah, you can't. Like
there's nothing on there.
I had two pieces of paper in my pocket, and one was an outline. One was just like doodles and had nothing on it really. And guess which paper I lost? The outline. So it's gonna be a long 60 minutes. But anyways, I've been thinking a lot, Autumn. I've been thinking about the universe and just how like crazy that is, I guess, and like the vastness of it, because like strange things have happened to me. Strange like Matrix like glitch things have happened to me in the last week. So like Thursday we went to the pool, right? And I have a little brother. I swear to God, I saw my brother, but then like my brother was standing next to me, so I like his doppelganger was there. Like there's a person that literally looked 98% like my brother, same height, same glasses, same hair, and it's very odd to me that would happen, because like what are the chances, Mm-hmm. And then that same day, my mom's car broke down, like it wouldn't shift into gears. Right, we were in the car, and she was like, "Oh no," because we were on like a 55 road, and she couldn't go over 30. Well, I was like, "Here, get out." And then I got in the driver's seat, and like it just started working. Like it just worked for me. Like I'm a very lucky person, I feel like a leprechaun or something. But yeah. Oh, you know what's weird? Okay, so for you people that don't know your Bible, Samson. So Samson was like an ancient Jew, and he had really long hair, and he didn't cut his hair. And for some reason, he got magic Jew strength from that. Like if you read the Bible, he could kill 10 men at once, or like 100 men, I think.
It was like 100.
He killed 100 men at once with like a skull, or like a bone, because he was so strong. Like God gave him super strength, and the reason was not because he had great standing with God or anything, because he didn't cut his hair, because it was a commandment God made with the Jews or something. And it's like, and then his enemies cut his hair off.
No, his wife.
And his enemies.
Okay,
so his wife cuts his hair off, right, to take his magic Jew strength away, and then he gets captured, and then his like eyes get gouged out by his enemies, and he's like, "Oh no, my Jew strength, my hair. Maybe it's not your hair. Maybe it's the fact that your eyes got plucked out, and then because your eyes got plucked out, you can't see anything, and you can't kill 100 men at once." I mean, just the face value, like some people take these Bible stories out. Like, I don't know, like how do you not read that stuff and like not blink, or like makes sense to me? Like there's just so much weird stuff people like take for dogma and like truth, I was thinking about that all day. Like, wait, what? He had magic Jew strength because he didn't cut his hair. And I have a lot of Christian friends, okay? So, like, I really want to know what they think. Like, I wish I had Ethan on. But, yeah. Yeah. So, that was something on the outline. But I had many more things on the outline, but I lost the outline.
Well, on here you wrote Snoop Doggy Dog.
Yeah, that's about it. That's the only thing I wrote on that paper. Just like names of like rappers or whatnot.
Oh, you went to New York like a week ago.
I went to New York. So Riley here to report on the news.
Riley's adventures in New York.
Riley's adventures in New York. So yeah, for graduation, I got to go to New York as like a graduation gift. Thing was, my dad, he like teaches karate and and so there's like a dojo there in New York. So he's like, oh, like he made me do karate, and like he made all of his kids do karate, and it's the dumb fucking thing. But anyways, he like, okay, so we go there, right? We go to the dojo, and you know karate outfits. They're called gis, and there's this dumb fucking like pajama looking thing. And it reminds me of like a religion or a cult so much because we go in there.
You bow.
So you have to bow in first of all, but like which is like religion.
Like you can't step on the floor until you bow.
Yeah, and then you have to kneel down, get on your knees, and then there's a picture of the creator of the. Yeah.
I've never had to do that.
No. Yeah, you probably have. You just blocked it out because you don't have good memory. Anyways. Like there's a picture of the creator of that style of karate. Like a lot of dojos have the picture of this guy who created the karate. And then at the beginning of like special classes, like maybe if they have like an actual Japanese guy there, they'll get on their hands and knees and they'll bow down and they'll say some weird Japanese shit that you don't know and you just repeat it randomly. It's like translate that to English, like
you're probably like selling your soul.
And then you have to kiss the ground. Like you put your hands and you bow your head like all the way to the ground, and then you rise and you say like Sensei Babadora, and it's like some L. Ron Hubbard shit right there. The picture of the guy, I don't know. And then so we saw the Book of Mormon, and that was great. Like it's pretty crazy. I don't know. Do you want to? I don't even know if I like spoil it. I don't know.
No.
But it's
just go see it.
Yeah, go all the way to New York because
just go to New York.
All of my viewers are affluent. We all know this. Yeah, that was great. It's great.
And then he was gone. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I started hiding pictures of James Franco around his room, all right, until he noticed. And I hid about 6 of them, but it lasted 9 days because our printer wasn't working for the past few days. So eventually he noticed, funny. Well, he was in New York. I printed out over 200 of them and covered his ceiling with pictures of James Franco.
Yeah, there's I got Franco'd is the new term. And it's, I don't know if she'll be able to, but
try.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mental disorder, like not like verbally saying it like on camera, like it sounds like a mental disorder.
Okay, I don't know if you can see it. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the picture.
And he like taped them to my walls and my ceiling. It's very strange that you would do that. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff on the outline I could have talked about. I don't know if I should try to go find the outline or like, but the simulation. So there are people in this world that, so like the Matrix, right? Some people believe we're actually in the Matrix. Like people I actually know. And I don't like, it sounds so outlandish, right? But like, think of all the religions people believe in, and like, I don't, like maybe it's real, maybe it's not, I don't know, but it's people believe, some people, like my friend, I want to, but he believes that we're in a simulation right now, and I guess that's all fine and dandy, believe what you want to believe, but the problem with that thing is no one has ever broken the simulation that we know of, unless that's like UFO sightings. And if you did break the Matrix, like you couldn't change the Matrix, you couldn't break it because our creators would be so much, they'd be God to us. So how could we? So I just don't worry about stuff like that. Like, it's like I have no way of interacting with it. Like parallel universes, dude. A lot of people believe there's a multiverse and that like there's other yous, but nobody. That's some dark matter shit, and we don't have the technology. Damn it! So I just don't care. I hope you guys feel the same way. Yeah. Outline. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to visualize my outline. I can't believe I lost that outline. The outline. Do you think you could be a monk?
No way.
Bro, it might be worth it though.
No.
You don't think it's worth it?
The biggest thing is I love my hair. To shave it.
To achieve nirvana, to achieve enlightenment, do you think that's even possible? So the thing is, like, Buddhist monks, they give all their possessions away and they like become monks, right? And they have no, like, they're one with the universe supposedly. Like, they're not like the humblest like living that there could be. And like, do you think that like you could actually unlock like that you giving away like all materialism? Do you think you could achieve a higher state, or like do you think they're all wasting their time? Like,
I mean,
that's what I'd be afraid of. Like, I think there is, like, I think because I feel a lot happier when I don't focus on things. So I think just that ultimate like being one, like having nothing, like in being nothing, that you could probably feel that way. Or do you?
Well, I think the biggest thing is it kind of like takes away worries. It really just makes you at peace with like whatever. Because
you're not like, oh, I hope I get that promotion. Like you're a monk, dude.
I think you could, but it's a pretty big price.
Yeah, it is a big price. Like, so you might as well just like take LSD and not become a monk. Like, in that way you'll be enlightened for like 20 minutes, however long LSD lasts, and then you just take more LSD. I think it'd just be too hard, like giving up everything and moving to China and becoming like, that's crazy. Like no, I'm, you think that, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So like, I just don't think you could. Yeah. Okay. What else?
Today I read a theory that in Pulp Fiction they didn't actually like win the dance trophy because in Butch's apartment the TV was on, and like in the background it was saying that the trophy was stolen that night. So like in theory they didn't win the dance and they just stole the trophy.
Did you rewatch Pulp Fiction?
No, I was going to tonight though.
That's funny. Did they care so much about a fake dancing trophy? Yeah. What else?
It's probably why she decided to OD that night. She was like, I didn't win.
Fuck this. Yep. Yeah. What else?
What did you think of Far From Home?
Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man. I liked it.
Way better than Homecoming.
I'd agree. So Homecoming, I love the ending, right? And like, if you didn't see Homecoming, like, I mean, it's been.
Are you a monk in a cave?
Are you a Buddhist monk? It's been 4 years, so yeah, or however, it's not been 4 years.
That long.
It's
I guess
like
3.
3, yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, if you like Spider-Man, you'll like this. But like comparing it to like other Spider-Man movies, it's like up there with the Raimi movies, but it doesn't beat the original.
You can't beat Tobey Maguire.
You can't beat him. Can't beat him out of Mooneyham. What else? So yeah, that was a good movie. I liked it.
Mhm.
What else? What else? I went to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash on my New York trip, Red Bank, New Jersey. Shout out to Jay and Silent Bob. Anyways, that was fun. I like those movies. It's like a movie franchise that you've probably never heard of, and it's great. What else? Oh, yeah.
Snoop Doggy Dog.
Snoop Doggy Dog. I wrote that on one piece. I wrote Snoop Doggy Dog on one piece of paper. And I wrote my whole outline on another piece of paper. And guess which one I lost? Yeah, that it's not good. Could you? I'm trying to do something to the video. What else?
You watched the Cat Williams special, and I love the fact that the very first thing he says is that he's been arrested 5 times in 5 cities.
Do Cat Williams' voice.
I've been arrested 5 times in 5 cities in 5 days, and that was funny. And yep.
Okay, I'll do mine. We should do impressions. I've been arrested in 5 cities and 5. What? I've been arrested 5 times in 5 cities in 5 days.
He's a role model, you know.
He's my hero. He's my god. He's who I pray to. Yeah. Cat Williams. Crazy cat. Yep. What else? I really wish I had that outline.
Should I go look for it?
I'll look for it.
All right. What am I gonna do?
Okay.
All right.
You kind of just gotta start talking. So you gotta start talking, right? And then you don't stop talking. And you only stop talking when you decide to stop talking because you can't talk anymore. And when you can't talk anymore is when you decide to stop talking because you can't talk anymore, so you stop talking. And that's why you stop talking, because you can't stop talking anymore and you stop talking. I'm going to stop talking now. What else? You guys should have. Danny Mannequin, guys, our shirt sponsor. So if you want a shirt like ours, then go to the Instagram page of Shirt Brand Shirts. Website coming soon or later. This is good stuff, guys. Oh, yeah. Cameron Boyce died today. And I have a funny Cameron Boyce story. So if you guys don't know, like me, Cameron Boyce was the kid from Jesse, the black-haired kid, okay? And I have a stigma, like I have something against Disney Channel just intrinsically because it's Disney Channel, you know? And I'm above that age, so I'm like, fuck Disney Channel. But anyways, I heard he died. And apparently he died from seizures, like in his sleep, and he was only 20. But when I heard that a Disney Channel star died at 20, I kind of laughed. I was like, ha, because I thought he OD'd. Because he's a Disney Channel star. Like, you know, you guys know that stigma that like Disney Channel stars like do drugs and like kill themselves. But it's like a big thing. Like a lot of child actors like have horrible and short lives. So I thought that happened. But no, he died in his sleep, and now I'm actually kind of sad. That's like kind of depressing. Like, you know, a kid just dying in there. Like I could die in my sleep any minute, like from just a seizure. And that's why people turn to religion. But I guess there's more impressions I could do.
Got him.
Hey, who's a deaf guy? Who's a mute guy? Do you know any mute?
I don't know any.
Here's my impression of a mute guy.
There you go.
Oh, you found my outline.
Yeah,
Okay.
I found it. You got it.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, like certain semantics or words, like phrases, you know, and sayings, I really hate. Like they really bug me. Okay. Like bless you. Bless you. I hate whenever. Well, first of all, I say thank you, but then in my head, I say fuck you, you fucking asshole. Because like, think of the words bless you. That you're saying I bless you because you sneezed, okay, or God bless you, or whatever. But you know, it's just. And it's like, you don't have the power to bless me. You're not a wizard, you know, like, unless you're a wizard, don't say bless you, okay? PSA, and I know a lot of people say bless you, so this is for most people. But anyways, and then there's a phrase, same difference. Like, oh, zucchinis, cucumbers, same difference. You know what's wrong with same difference? If something's different, it's not the same. And if something's the same, it's not inherently different.
But they're saying the two differences, like in that situation, you know, it would be wrong. But if you're saying like, I don't know, but like you have a difference, like, you know, two things are different and that's like the difference they have. And then two other things are different and like, you know,
that's not how people, no, nobody says it. No, Autumn, it's like the Hulk, the Thing, same difference. Like they just mean like, oh, you know what I meant, you know, like close enough. Yeah, I have no. That was the most complicated math problem you've ever put out on two differences. Nobody's comparing two differences.
Yeah, because they're using it wrong. The same difference could be used correctly. Just not us.
It's not. Same difference, same thing. Okay, that's what I say. Same thing. Because they are ostensibly the same thing. But if they're different, they're not the same. You guys are insane.
Something someone said that pissed me off. Okay, so we went to like Morton or whatever. Okay, we come back. I walk in. Somebody is sitting there. Okay, she looks up at me and goes, "Oh, are you guys back already?" Like, I think my brain short-circuited when she said that because like you see me standing here, okay, and you obviously comprehend that I'm standing here because
like
you asked me a question. Yeah. I'm like, of course we're fucking back. Like, I'm sorry.
You dumb shit.
That pissed me off. Like no, like it's just people just talking to talk, you know, like. Just,
like they're not asking questions, which like I didn't know you'd be back so right. Like, you know, they don't explain themselves. They just say this like stupid, like gotcha, like I didn't know you'd be back already with tone and attitude. And it's like maybe if you ask, why are you back already? I didn't or like why would you even assume that would be later? I don't even remember this, but however late or however early we came back, why would you assume that that's not, I don't know. Yeah. Yep.
What's Carrot Top? Like I know that means redhead, but like
I'm Carrot Top.
What about that?
So I'm not Carrot Top, so fuck off. But this guy at work, this vendor came in and he was like, "Were you Carrot Top in another life?" And I thought it was really funny. That was a good joke. This crazy motherfucker. Like there's so many characters at work. This vendor came in and he was talking about how he had a story about how him and his girlfriend rented this place from his girlfriend's sister, right? And his girlfriend, he kept making fat jokes about his girlfriend, about his like girlfriend's sister, and about how they rented the place with no air conditioning. And then he gets there, this guy, the vendor gets there, and he's like, why the fuck doesn't this place have air conditioning? And she's like, oh, that's how it came. My sister, did your sister tell you? No. And then she's like, I just trusted her. And he's like, wow, you trusted your sister and your fat, dumb sister and your dumb husband. I mean, look at her husband and look at her kids and look at her. And he's like, of course. Of course that place doesn't have windows.
Look at her kids, of course.
And then he's like, her brother-in-law was supposed to her brother-in-law was supposed to come over and fix it up, but he never comes over. I'm fixing it up more than him. Only time he comes over is to mow the lawn, to peep at his sister-in-law. He's like, he wouldn't want to peep at his wife. Have you seen his wife? Kept saying these awful things about his sisters. But that was hilarious. That was truly something.
How much longer do you plan to work there?
I don't know. It's crazy.
Yep.
And also, this lady this character at work. She lives in a trailer, right? And so like she has a mobile home, but anyways, the trailer. So the trailer, the like trailer court fee or whatever, like rent basically, is due at the first of each month.
Okay.
But there's a 5-day grace period. So basically, if you get in within the 5th of the month, you don't get charged a late fee. Well, she always turns it on the 5th of the month. But she went there after like the place closed, right, on the 5th, and it wasn't open. And it was a weekend, so she didn't get paid till like the 7th. And she was bitching about how, oh, they're not late. They're open. They're not. Like, why wouldn't they have a Dropbox, or they did have a Dropbox, but they didn't take till someone came in the next day. Why are they open? So why aren't they open later? And it's like, you had 5 days to do this. She aims to get the written by the 5th day. But the first day is technically the, drop off. And that's just dumb to me. But yeah.
Inadvertent racism.
It's like when someone on the street sees a guy and they're like, I hate that blank. But and it's just, I find that so funny because like half the time it's wrong,
Mm-hmm.
like race, like if you're gonna be racist or at least racial, get the race right. So my dad, we came out of Spider-Man, and Marissa Tomei is extremely young and hot. And if you've seen any of like the other Spider-Man movies or the comics, Aunt May is supposed to be like an old woman, or she was originally. But Marissa Tomei is like 53, but she looks like 33 or 43 or something. And she's like extremely hot. But Marissa Tomei is like a white Italian American. And my dad's like, I liked Aunt May. It was kind of weird that she was young and Puerto Rican, but okay. And I'm like, Dad, you dumb fuck. She's white. Like, I don't know.
And that's it.
I'm lethargic. So I feel like I just lay in bed a lot, and it's just hard for me to like actually do things, get stuff started. Yeah. Like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I've just noticed, just an observation that the past couple of days, not past, like my whole nature, most of the time, I'm very lazy. Like, not that I won't, like sluggish, more like Like I'll do something. It's not if I have a obligation or responsibility, I'll fulfill that. But like I've been lying in bed so many days and just not doing anything. It's not healthy. Like I feel like I could be doing so much, you know? But like I don't because it's easy. I don't know.
No need to.
Just sponging, just vegging out, you know, man.
Man, that's how I live my whole life. You
Living
know?
the life.
Then again, y'all call me lazy, but like, I'm
Y'all,
not really
who's
lazy.
y'all? Y'all, you're from Illinois. I hate when so many people from Illinois say y'all. And it's like, we're above the Mason-Dixon line. I shouldn't have to bring up the Mason-Dixon line in 2019.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going now, but
Yep. So I don't know how to add that. That's not good.
There's silly string dried on my ceiling from when we were like really little. Like that's got to be at least 12 or 13 years old.
I have silly string on my ceiling too. Yeah, that was fun. Silly string's fun.
Unless if it's expired, then it kind of.
Well, that's fire that we use.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because it had like a very liquid consistency and doesn't really come off things.
Well, that's great. That's just great.
What time are we at?
Time 32 minutes.
Jeez, I thought we would be at like 50 by now.
No.
Well, okay then.
Okay. Little John, bro. Okay.
There's that whole thing of like sticking pencils on walls, you know, by like, you know, you like rub it and then it sticks. That pencil's been on my wall for like 2 months now. So that's fun. Yep.
Leave it to Gen Zers to rub their pencils. Yeah. What else? No, that's it. There's nothing else.
I keep hoping that if I look at it again, more stuff will just like pop.
I do that all the time, like the fridge. Have you ever? Do you guys like open the fridge, right? And then you look in the fridge and you're like, I don't want any of this shit. And then you close the fridge. And then you open it again. And you're like, what the fuck? There ain't no shit in this fridge.
And then you go to the pantry, right? Look in there. There's nothing, right?
So you go back to the fridge. On the fridge, nothing. Go back to the pantry. No shit in the pantry. I think it's just like you think you'll notice something different, you know? Like you think you'll see your gaze or your viewpoint will focus on something else if you open it again. But it's like, it's so dumb that we think we close and open our fridge and like Narnia is gonna fucking appear like Ghostbusters.
Sometimes I'll eventually just like sit on the freezer that's sitting in the pantry and I'll just kind of like stare until something seems appetizing enough for me to eat. And I'll just be like, fuck it, and grab something even though I don't really want to eat it. I just spilled coffee.
Choosing a snack is like the hardest thing because you're like, I want like, I really want that, but I shouldn't eat that much sugar. Or you're like, or even if it's not like a health issue, it's like, there's like, you have like literally, we have a lot of food. It's just that we don't want any of it. like you want like fucking like a chocolate ice cream sundae with sprinkles and it has to be from this restaurant. That's like how our appetites work. And it's like, I had goldfish earlier, you know, and it's like I don't know. We live in a very spoiled generation, and I love it. Like people complain all the time. I hate it when like older people complain, these kids these days are spoiled. Who raised these kids, buddy? Your generation. I don't know.
I don't really eat, like, obviously at meals I eat because I'm hungry, but when I'm snacking, it's not because I'm hungry. Like, I'm just bored.
You just want something to do.
Yeah, like, it's something to keep me busy or something.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
What else? Oh, yeah. Okay. What else? I'm gonna start saying random stuff, and then you like through word association. through word association, maybe just like to get the conversation rolling, and then maybe we'll have a good idea. So like light bulb, guitar, candle, controller, legs, mirror, Black Mirror, Bandersnatch.
Topher Grace.
People
Okay,
like
I don't know
Black
if you
Mirror,
guys shut up.
Bandersnatch.
I got something. Okay, so the newest season of Black Mirror, there's this episode where like this guy kidnaps an intern from a tech company basically because he wants like the password settings updated because his girlfriend's daughter died and she wants to log into her account. Anywho, none of that's important. But basically, Topher Grace plays like the company creator basically, and he's got like this long man bun and he wears a bathrobe, and I love his character in that, and it was so cool because he was all like nerdy, kind of techie, geeky, but he also had that really like kind of Lebowski thing going on with the bathrobe, and it was really cool, and I loved it.
That's cool. Yeah, my friend's been badgering me to watch Black Mirror Bandersnatch, and I'm like everyone's like, oh, they were obsessed with it, especially when it first came out. But it's like, I really don't care. Like, I'm not into that. I feel like Black Mirror is just so one note. It's like, here's Black Mirror. Technology! Like, I don't give a shit. Like, yeah, oh, everybody has iPhones. Like, I get it. Like, that stuff, you watch it once and it's just like, oh, I get it. Technology. Like,
I never really got that from it. It's based around technology, but it's just because there's a lot of stories that you can do with that, because it's such a big thing.
I know they're special. Like, I love the Star Trek one, the Star Trek spoof, but most of it's just like, oh, fucking drones. I don't care. Like, oh, drones are so scary.
How much of it have you watched? Because I didn't get any of that.
I watched like half a season,
which is like 2 episodes.
No, you get the luck. You judge books by their cover.
Yeah, that's how it works.
And it was like 4 actually, so I watched almost a whole season. But anyways, no, it's okay. I just like. It's based off the Twilight Zone and like form or format, and the Twilight Zone even to this day is so much more scarier to me because even though it's like so outdated, because it's like it's almost kind of timeless in a sense because it's not about technology really. It's just about other human motives. Like, it's not like, I guess they wouldn't have the equivalent of our technology to be so like scared about, but it never seemed like revolved around that. And it seems like a lot of movies, especially sci-fi ones, but just movies in general are so like technology oriented now. Like even movies that aren't about technology, they're like, oh, let me call my drone or whatever, Like Scooby-Doo, which is not about technology at all. There's a new... Yeah. No, they made a movie called Daphne and Velma, and it was just about Daphne and Velma. And it was really bad and really low budget. It felt like a TV movie. It probably was. But anyways, they went to like a technology high school, and it was so unrealistic. But it's based like this year, Like movies like based in this year, like made this year, a lot of them are like, oh, let me like, and they got the Iron Man shit, You've seen that Iron Man shit where it's like a tablet, but there's no wall there. It's just like a projector. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of movies have that. They're just, it's like we don't have that. Like technology isn't that scary and it's not that advanced. People I feel like a lot of people think that like maybe it's just me but like from movies that like technology is like a lot more advanced than it is. Like we have, sure, iPhones are amazing. You know, they're so like technologically advanced, and we just take that for granted. But like in movies, they have like that random like chip. I don't know, like the fucking Iron Man thing, you know, from Marvel, like. Where it's like, bro, you could just put like it's a TV but without TV screen. It's like, why would anyone need to make that? Just make the fucking computer monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. What else? I've been arrested 5 times.
You could tell the trampoline story.
So I was bouncing on the trampoline, right? Outside, just minding my own trampoline business, when I hear this commotion coming from my neighbor. They're like, what was that? Like they heard it was 4th of July, like 3rd of July, actually. They heard a firework, and then they heard me bouncing on the trampoline. What was that? And so they go inside. They get knives because they're so scared. They're so scared because like trampoline made a scary noise or something. I don't know. But it was just dark in the middle of the night, and like, you know, they're very paranoid. So like they got knives. Running around, 2 knives, and this guy had, my neighbor had 2 knives in his hand. And they're running around. And eventually one guy, so there's one neighbor had 1 knife in one hand and flashlight in the other. His friend had 2 knives in his hand. He shines a flashlight at me. It's like, oh my God. And another guy's just like, I have 2 knives. Like, great. He's like, I was going to kill you. I thought you were the boogeyman. It was so funny. It's like, I see a kid, like, it looks like the devil. Like, white as, pale as fuck, red hair, dressed in all black. And he's like, I thought you were the fucking devil. Yep. What else?
It pisses me off when, like, on movie covers, when you buy a movie, you know, it doesn't, you know, on the back, you flip it over, and it should give you a summary of your movie, right? But, like, sometimes they don't. It just talks about, like, oh, this movie, you know, that won 11 Academy Awards, and it's all-star cast, and, you know, starring yada yada. And it doesn't tell you anything about the movie, you know? Because, like, that happened with Cape Fear, which I wasn't disappointed with the movie. But going into it, I had no idea what it was going to be about.
Isn't that better, though? Going in blank? I feel like, because if you know what it's about, then you build up this image in your head, and then the image is going to be wrong, of course, because you're not Martin Scorsese.
Well, I had this image that it was like...
You're dumb. It gives a synopsis right here. It talks about Martin Scorsese a lot. Like, as master filmmaker Martin Scorsese, blah, blah, blah. But then it says, 14 years after being imprisoned, vicious psychopath Max Cady emerges with a single-minded mission to be...
It's
you're
a
dumb.
lot of stuff about like the actors and like it won this award and like
that did not. And the actors in parentheses like every other movie, telling you who the actors were. But that was not what you described at all.
Yep.
Yep. What else?
What's that word?
Cape Fear. Toxmass, you know. Toxmass. Toxic masculinity is what it's stood for.
What is Taxmass?
So my dad, he knows karate, practices karate. He owns knives and he owns guns. Now, if you had a knife, why would you need to know karate? And if you had a gun, why would you need a knife? Well, okay, suppose this. What if you're in a place where they don't allow guns? Then you would need a knife. Now, what if you're in a place that didn't allow knives? Then you'd need karate.
But if it doesn't have like guns or knives, why do you really need your karate? Like someone else in that building, right, knows karate, and he just decides to like just use his karate. He's like, I'm gonna fuck some shit up. You know? Like, first off, what place is this? You know?
Well, the streets. I think he has maybe he was bullied as a kid too much, or maybe he just has a fantasy that
he always tells us how kids would throw rocks at him.
Yeah, so I think it's like
the
self-defense mechanism because he's
our iPhones.
I want to know how many people that know martial arts have ever gotten in the street fights. The percentage is maybe like 10%, a small amount, you know. I feel like maybe 1%. And of those people, were you asking for it? You know, it's just I don't know. And every big macho guy's defense is like that, you know, works out too much or something. Or it's like, bro, you know, and they got the pre-workout and the during workout and the post-workout shake, and they're like, I feel their thing is like, but it could happen, man. But it could. Yeah, and a purple giraffe could happen, but it's not going to.
Especially to that guy, you know, like who's gonna attack that guy?
Well, yeah, that's a good point. But then that negates what I'm saying. You know, if they are that guy, then they should keep being that guy because then they won't get attacked. But it's but
did you really need to be that guy in general? Like,
I'd attack that guy. That guy that's like all macho and like, I got no karate. Like, yeah, I would attack the I'm the guy. You know, who are you gonna attack? I don't know. But then and I'm not talking about old like people who work out or like kind of. I'm just talking about like the guys with a lot of bravado, you know, a lot of bravado, you know, that like think they're all that and like arrogant and like, oh, like I'm big me, you know, like my muscles give me power, my muscles give me value. It's like, okay. Our dad's excuse, like when we were kids, like if we cried, he'd say, "Oh, you better shut the fuck up, or I'll give you something to cry about." And it's like,
I obviously already have something I'm crying
well,
about.
I think I have something to cry about. That's why I'm crying.
Or like, well, that doesn't really help you because I'm still gonna cry and you're still gonna be.
I'm gonna cry more. If you want me to stop crying, why would you beat the shit out of my ass? I don't know, like,
and now Logan used to say that to Connor too. Like, I haven't heard him say it recently, but he used to say that to Connor a lot. Like, since you know Logan grew up and Connor was still like a kid, you know.
Yeah, people say that a lot. If you're in the chat, if you show me some love, type something. But yeah, parents are crazy. So in the Bible again, and just in modern America. They say, like, respect your parents, honor thy mother and father. That's the Bible. But, like, I feel like most people, like most people, parents, like, don't deserve. I'm sorry, like, a lot of parents, okay, so a lot of parents do deserve respect, but a lot of parents are shitty parents.
I don't think you should respect them just because, like, oh, well, you got knocked up and ended up with me, so guess I gotta respect you. Like, I respect our parents, you know, like they're pretty good parents.
But they're good parents. I don't think that respect should be automatic because there's a lot of bad parents out there.
Like, there's a lot of bad parents, and I'd be like, no.
No.
Yeah, I hate the idea that like you should respect someone just because of like, you know, they're your parent or really authority in general, like just because they're your teacher, like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you gotta earn my respect.
A lot of teachers don't earn respect either. And I know that angers a lot of people because teaching, like, it's such like a kind of holy thing in our, I feel like.
It's like, oh, they became a teacher. Like, they want to spread knowledge.
Like, it's altruistic to be a teacher because they because they got a better paying job or something, or they have to deal with children, the worst thing imaginable. But it's like, yeah, like a lot of teachers like most teachers at our school deserve respect.
Yeah. Our
Some
teachers-
didn't. Some didn't. Some were bad teachers. Some were kind of weird. Some were kind of just not good at teaching, you know.
Some of them are pretty good though.
Some looked at girls' skirts, you know. And yeah.
But of course, you know, like you can't really be disrespectful towards them. I mean, you can, but it doesn't really help you at all because again, it's like, well, they're your teachers, so you know you gotta respect them. So you know, you just kind of gotta smile and nod through it while you're in school.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That teaches agreeableness, right? That like, and we're taught even in like our like business class to like kind of smile and respect your employer, and you know, don't go like, hey, this is bullshit. Like, you know, you got kind of like go along with it or be nice, you know, just proper etiquette. And I feel like that makes good followers, you know, that makes good employees, but that doesn't make good employers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't want my student or child to like be a good follower, you know. I wouldn't want them to be respectful if it meant like if being smart and like better and arrogant, I'd rather have them be arrogant than like shy or, you know, be spineless. But just, you know, just be like kind of go their own way, you know,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like entrepreneurship, you know, that whole thing. But
Again, like I said this on the 4th, but like a lot of, you know, successful people dropped out of high school
Name
and
three.
college. Anastat.
who's is he successful? How successful?
He's got like 13 kids and you know they have a house. So I mean you gotta be pretty successful to house 13 kids.
When you say that, like
It might be more.
13
but-
kids sound successful. I would never think like having like that's not how I would
But no,
ever measure
Besides
success.
that, there was like Tarantino and you know he dropped out at I don't even know if he was in high school. I think he was like 13 when he dropped out of school or something crazy
so that's
like
two
that.
people who have dropped out of high school.
Okay, and then Kevin Smith dropped out of college.
But that's called okay. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. The bad thing about that argument is that like how many people really dropped out of college? How many thousands? How many millions dropped out of college and high school? And you named 3 successful people. I can name 3 successful
Here's
people
the
who
fourth
graduated
one, Leo
college.
DiCaprio. There's 4, bro. But yeah.
No, I totally agree, but it's just that you have to have a plan, you know, you have to, because they started their companies or, you know, Leo got a movie, but they started their company, like, you know, the tech guys, they started their company, they incepted the idea in college and then they dropped out. It's not like, I'm going to drop out now. Well, I've done my 3 semesters, so I'm drop out now. I hope I come up with the next Microsoft. Like they had the Microsoft in their brain and they dropped out to invent it. So what else?
Looks around for inspiration. I have inspiration all over up here.
Inspirado.
My favorite things.
These are a few of my favorites.
Except Friends. That one was just cheap. So I was like, all right. $2, I'll take it.
$2.
Yep.
Yep. What else? I saw a Tesla today.
Where?
In Morton, Illinois. And we're from like a rural town, so there's not like Teslas, so it was kind of cool. It's like, this is what I hear about on the internet. It's like, it's funny how fast Uber got into like movies and stuff and like TV, I think. Because you watch like TV now and it's just like, oh, all Uber. Like it's just become such a mainstay. It's almost like that technology thing, but it's not like like I'm scared of technology. It's like, oh, this is a thing now, you know? This is like the new taxi cab. But like it's like we don't have Uber around here because there's just cornfields. Like, oh,
Cornfields and snow.
where you want to go? Take me to that other cornfield. Yeah, it's crazy how different like it smelled in here and in New York. Because in New York it smelled like dirtier. Like you couldn't really smell things, but then you get back to the country and you smell like the soil and the plants and the animals, and it smells like nature. And it was really nice, Autumn. It was really
Taught you
nice.
to appreciate your corn, huh?
Yeah. Maybe corn's not so useless after all.
Would you want to go back to New York
Yeah.
or like ever live there?
I'd like to live there if I had the means, but it's just like you don't have the means. So your apartment's gonna be 6 by 8 feet. That's New York, and it's gonna cost you triple the amount it costs to rent an apartment here. So probably not. But yeah, it's a fun place to visit. Because like Broadway is only there. It's if you like Broadway, it's like there's just some stuff you can only do in New York, and the food was a lot better. So what else? What else?
Jay and Silent Bob are going to be on an episode of Impractical Jokers. That's cool.
That's
Did you know there's a Jokers like cruise?
yeah.
Like they host a cruise every year, and
Yeah.
I really want to do that sometime. Like that's my goal in life.
You should have seen him. What else? Dad said I'm proud of my kids. It's like, do you think he's
I wonder what part he's on when he said that though. Like, is he seeing it live or did he watch it from the beginning and he's somewhere in the middle of it?
I think I heard him like screaming and moaning about the karate thing. Like when that part came on, I think he heard
That's
that.
what it's about.
And I think he was yelling, blah, 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 blah. Me, Homer Simpson. I was trying to. So last night we were watching Spider-Man, and I was trying to tell him how I like the first movies better with Tobey Maguire than the new ones. That I like Tobey Maguire better than Tom Holland. Dad goes off on about Tony Stark and how, in the MCU, Tony Stark owns everything. He's the main glue. Like they come together because of Tony Stark. And, this suit was made by Tony Stark, and Tony Stark made this, and every movie is like Tony Stark. It's like Lex Luthor. Like Lex Luthor always makes the stuff. He's like a big corporation guy, and he's like ranting, like angrily almost, about how like Tony Stark is in a lot of things.
No, his main point, which it was hard to get him to his point, was that in all the movies it's based around, well, not based around, but Tony Stark is basically at the heart of all of it.
He's a keystone. You pull him out, you got nothing. They built it on top of him, and that's why like other kind of single alone movies, like the original Spider-Mans, he likes him better. But he never said that. He just said, it's Tony Stark. And then I was like, then he got to his point, right? And then I said something, and then he was like, but Tony Stark. And he said all of his things again.
But his point was that in the comics, like, Spider-Man is the keystone instead of Tony. And that was his point that he was having, not really articulating.
But my dad doesn't really, sometimes he doesn't say, like, he doesn't get to his point. Or so, like,
or like
he won't say pronouns. And I hate it. Like, sometimes he'll be like, I hate him. It's like, who are you talking to? There's no one else in the room. Or like pick up a conversation like a minute after he ended. Like he'll say something, right? And then I'll just pause. Like, do something, like we drop it, and he's just looking at Facebook on his phone. And he'll say something, I hate that guy. I hate him. Like, it's like, are you still referring to the conversation we ended a long time ago?
Or like a huge running joke with us is that we were talking about tariffs one day, right? And he just, after a long pause, he just goes, hey, Nazis. What?
Everything goes back to Nazis.
He doesn't like in his head he made the connection. Like in his head, he thought about how the terrorist relates to Nazis, but he never explained to us how the terrorists and the Nazis are related. Mm-hmm. He just said Nazis.
He'll say stuff just for shock value. like I guess Nazis at terrorists or something, and so he just yelled Nazis to prove his point. Like tariffs are bad or something. Or tariffs are good? I don't know. No one can discern his meanings.
Yep. And that's an hour, folks.
Riley Mooneyham and
Autumn Mooneyham.
signing off. This has been Mooncast.